Dr. Network, but not the forum section. It was the interview and feedback section. So students that have interviewed at those schools go on there and they'll post the most interesting question they were asked, the most difficult question they were asked. And I just used that and studied off of that and rehearsed with those. And some of my questions actually from my interviews came from that.
Tip would be to practice interviewing with people that you know and also people that you're not necessarily 100% comfortable with, because the way that you speak comes out a lot differently.
Honestly, I think the best practice for your interviews is just talking to yourself in the mirror. But I think being comfortable with yourself, being comfortable with the expressions that you make, and being able to just talk for a long period of time is good, useful practice for the long day of the interview.
Typically, an interview starts off with kind of getting introduced to your fellow interviewees, and you'll open up with a presentation, kind of an overview of the school. Often there's financial aid presentations associated with it, and shortly after it's very common to enter right into your interview. Depending on what school, it varies. Sometimes you'll have 2 interviews, sometimes you'll have mixed multiple interviews, and then after that you'll usually have a lunch, and after that you often have a tour of the school.
My most challenging question was, because I go to UCLA, every school asked me, wouldn't you rather go to UCLA? And you kind of, I think, if you go to a school where there's a dental school attached to it, you might need to be prepared for that type of question, so you're ready for that and you know how to answer it for every school.
I wish I knew how personable and how colloquial the interview would be. A lot of times the people that are interviewing you just want to know whether you're a good person who's sociable, who's able to treat patients effectively, and a huge chunk of that is your personality. So I think one of my UCLA interviews, we talked about the Lakers like almost the whole time, and it was so comfortable and so relieving for me to have that experience, because I knew that, this is a school where they really value who you are as a person.